initiative was a 4. That's terrible.
Oofda.
You rolled a 1.
I got 16.
I got an 18.
I didn't actually roll.
There's something that I get to boost my initiative. I don't know if I have it yet, though. So, 11.
I think it's level 7.
Okay.
I got a 6.
Go banana!
You have a 0. Oh, wow. Huh.
Jason, can you arrange those into a thingy for me? Le table.
God, can I?
I see it.
Oh, there it is. I think I might have had another window on top of it. That might be why.
Oh, yeah. At 7th quick draw, you add your proficiency bonus to your initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which by then will be at least 3, if not 4.
Hell yeah.
Oof, that's fast.
Yep. Quick draw McGraw.
Is that right? That's right. There you go.
Looks that way as a car drives by. So,
Wow, you
Tessian.
caught that? That was really quiet.
No, it was not.
Huh.
It was loud.
I know.
It's weird. The things that the microphone catches and doesn't is kind of weird.
It's that plus Skype's auto adjustments to it. Even though you turn off, it still will do some on its end no matter what. So if it's quiet, it's going to hear it just enough and go, hey, that's a noise. I better raise the volume.
That's true. Yeah.
Skype's a pain in the ass. So, just double checking one thing here. Apologies. Tessin, you're going to be at first, so you can go ahead and start plotting that out.
Yeah. I've kind of already assumed that I've cast Mage Armor at this point, since we had, like, hours.
I'm sure that's fine. As long as you have the slots for it, I'm okay with it.
I do.
Yep.
In fact, I have a free one per day, and I used an actual slot for it earlier, because I'm a dummy.
You fool.
Tessian will... Oh, God, what's the time on this? A minute? Yeah, sure. He will cast Mirror Image to make many Tessians.
I love that spell.
No?
It's neat for flavor and for practicality.
So there are 3 there. He just sort of, kind of casts a spell and sort of like kind of sidesteps, and when he sidesteps, 4 Tessians step out. 3 of them are fake.
Cool.
So, yeah, there's some Tessians, and they're all just sort of, they're waiting. He's going to wait for them to get close. There's no reason to try to, he doesn't think, bridge this gap here. So.
Oh, 5 times the pretension. Good.
All right. That's it then?
That's it.
Stay on the patio.
Just going to stay on the patio, yeah. I mean, there's just a bunch of dum-dums and people that are going to get shot, so there's not a big reason to move forward, I don't think.
Next up is the gnome, who is on a 19 initiative.
Ooh.
You see him draw some kind of weapon from his side. Grail and Lena, you guys know from previous experience that this is a gun of some kind. Haven't gotten super up close and personal with it yet. He moves forward as far as his stocky little legs will let him. Which still leaves him even on a double move. Well, no, not quite. But he kind of just advances, double moves essentially, by turning his action into a move, a dash, whatever, and then stops about 80 feet away, weapon at that ready, and just sort of glowers at everybody, looking intimidating. Next up is Grail.
Okay, so how far did anyone see him move and all of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's not moving through the shadows. If anything, he seems more than happy to be noticed.
Okay, and how far away is he?
About 80 feet. The
He's
trio
about 80
the trio of Blades folks are about hundo still, and she's still back about 140.
Okay. Okay, she's back quite a ways.
So she's 200, excuse me. But yeah, she's a ways.
Okay. I am going to. I'm going to move forward about 20 feet so that I'm in range of the trio.
Okay.
And I am going to cast Sleep on them.
Ooh.
Nice.
All right. Roll for that HP total.
Time.
Okay, just a sec. So I'm going to do a second level spell slot. What am I doing? Okay. There's that. So I have to add an extra two D8s. Where am I? That's 29. So an extra 9. So it's 29?
Okay.
Ugh, I rolled 1. Blech.
I mean, they can't all be winners, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Grail moves forward a bit, extends her hand to cast the spell, and you watch as one of the three keels over,
Awesome.
seemingly lights out from the effect, or is a very good actor.
And you knew exactly what spell
Yeah,
it was.
yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Top men. Top
Um,
men.
I am going to move the opposite direction of where the gnome was, and then my extra 10 feet of movement, just some kind of like, I'm trying to avoid him, I guess.
Okay. That it?
Yep.
Next up is the trio. That is now a duo. Because he's just stuck there for the time being until something were to hit
Poor
him,
fucking
or
guys.
good old sleep at low levels.
Yeah.
I cast Sleep at level 9.
God.
So many die.
It's an extra like 16 d8 in the pool. It might be enough still to put like one person to sleep. Who knows?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe not. It's good in the early levels though, no doubt. The two of them already seeing now one of their friends keeled over, and by the way, as they've gotten a little bit closer, they do seem a little bit shaken.
Aw.
Grail in particular, since you've moved up a little bit closer to them, you can kind of see that they are a little more wide-eyed than you might have thought, and they look like they're not entirely sure what to do. One of them looks back at the elvish woman, sees her still staring their direction.
Can I like yell something quickly? Like as seeing this, like can I yell back to my comrades to avoid hitting them if at all possible?
Sure.
Okay, I am gonna do that then, because if I'm seeing that specifically, I mean, I was trying to avoid them anyway, but they're not who we're after, so.
Aren't we?
They move to within about 60 feet of you, Grail. One is going to fire a short bow. One is going to throw a dagger. Natural 20 on the short bow. That is a 13, though, on the dagger. I don't think that hits.
Let's see. No, it doesn't hit.
Okay. So that's a critical, but it's not a ton of damage, luckily for you. But it does double that part of the dice. So that is 14 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
It's a good time for a crit compared to some other things that can happen in this fight.
Yeah, no kidding.
So despite that moment of hesitation and even hearing what you say to the group, since you yell it,
Yep.
they, for better or worse, have seemed to have made this choice, and the one with the short bow steals himself in that moment, fires, and it strikes you right in the shoulder blade, and it's just stings.
I don't take back what I said.
You turn around, you're like, "Hey, go on easy
I know.
on these." Oh,
I know.
JK.
what?
But the dagger, as it's thrown, just kind of clatters on the ground beside you because it was not very well thrown.
Do you give the guy a look like, "Come on, man, come on"?
And
I gesture loudly at my shoulder, like, what the fuck?
and Isaac be like, "See, this happens sometimes." And the third one sleeps on the ground. So that is their turn, and now it is Isaac.
I don't really like that she was shot. So I'm going to where did we fall? We said I can kind of do non-lethal on the guns, right? It's just hard and I don't get the grip point for the kill. Or did we say I could not at all? I thought we said I could. Because I thought I've done it, is why.
It depends on the situation, and we'll talk about it on a case by case. But in general, yes.
Okay.
You can aim for less lethal organs and stuff. If it's a moment of like really low HP or something, it may not matter.
Okay. So I'm going to, God, it's been a while. So I'm going to do not use the grip point, but I am going to use, how far away are they now from me?
Oh, they're like 60. They're within your range.
Oh, okay.
If you're shooting the two guys, they're in your range.
So I'm going to go, let's see, -5 to the hit. No, I don't think so. I have a bunch of attacks, so I'm just going to play it safe. So I'm going to go the first gun and fire at the guy who just shot Grail.
Okay.
It's like, come on, man. 26 to hit.
Just makes it.
11 piercing.
Okay. That shot one.
Now I'm going to shoot the follow-up gun. 23 to hit.
That hits.
12 piercing.
From the roof, you essentially, especially angered by the fact that
Fucking riddle this guy with bullets.
Grail is trying to broker peace, and they do not seem to be cooperating. Put a shot into each of his thighs, essentially, through the front, out the back. The first one knocks him to one leg as he cries out in pain. The second one, as he's falling, kind of clips him in the side, and he lays on the ground, motionless.
Awesome. So now that that's done, I'm going to use extra attack. That's how that works, right? With the first gun.
Yes.
Okay.
In theory, the main gun should come twice.
Yeah.
For a bonus action shot with the side gun.
Oh,
But
okay.
this is fine. Like we'll do
Okay.
that. We'll do that in the future. But yeah,
Okay.
because your attack action takes both your main gun and then, yeah,
22 to hit
that hits.
and 11 piercing on the second guy.
Okay. So with a flurry of shots, one of them is dispatched. The second one, as he kind of looks over to his side at his quickly downed ally, before he even has a chance to react, a gunshot clips him in the stomach as well, and he looks to be in not phenomenal shape. He's still standing, but he is quickly looking less and less thrilled with his environs. Anything else?
No, I just yell to my comrades, "Don't kill them unless you have to." I'm trying.
And guess who's next?
Yeah.
Karash.
Come on, Karat. Like, Karash enjoys a challenge, right? This guy is like 1 foot in the grave already.
How far away from me is he?
Which one? The gnome?
The one that's still up.
Oh.
The blade.
About-
Guys!
The gnome is closer, guys. BT dubs. And as a gun. Just, you
I
know.
don't
Oh,
know
the
why
gnome
no
is
one
closer?
is shooting me.
Yeah,
It's fine.
the gnome is
Oh, I
closer.
thought the gnome was farther away. Oh, if the gnome
To
is
be
Well,
fair,
closer,
I
how
also
far
thought
was
that
the
too,
gnome-
but that's okay.
The gnome is farther away now that they
Oh.
had a turn and moved up closer. There was a time when he
that's
was the
right.
closest. But those guys are about 60 feet away from you. He's about 80. Well, that guy, as it were, because it's now a corpse and a sleeping dude. But, well, a bleeding out guy.
And Chris, I was on the edge of the roof, aiming down. Is that cover, or does it depend on?
No.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to.
I mean, if somebody was like up against the house shooting up at you, maybe.
Oh, okay.
but-
All right.
Well, you could
Not
drop prone as well.
That's what I meant. So I'm laying down on the edge of the roof and firing off.
I mean, prone is typically you have advantage against ranged attacks have disadvantage to hit you, and melee attacks have advantage to hit you. I mean that, unless for some reason they don't.
Well, we can see what happens with the with what's coming up next.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run out my 30 and then cast Misty Step to get all up in my new buddy's face, and then I'm gonna punch him with my longsword right in the face.
This is the blade, the remaining blade.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's as close as I can get as to him. So
This is so dumb, guys. These other two are so much stronger.
Well, it's not bad tactic.
but I can't.
It's-
They're more than 60 feet away. I can't get to them in my first turn.
and it's also
gotta-
like taking out the minions before you
Yeah.
focus on the boss.
Yeah,
Yeah.
clear the trash. Got to clear the trash.
It's
That's
viable.
what you gotta do.
It may not be
I
the best
don't-
choice, but it's certainly a viable choice. You don't know until you see how good these guys are.
Yeah, 24 to hit.
That hits.
7 slashing damage. And you know what?
I rip his spine out. God damn it, Karash.
No. That's it. No, I'm gonna hit him again. I'm just gonna hit him with my sword again. And then 20 to hit, 14 slashing damage.
That is enough to put him down. You pull in your punch.
Fine.
Yeah, the 7.
We appreciate you, Karash.
The 7 was not enough, but the extra 14 certainly is. So with 2 quick slashes of your weapon, your longsword, this guy who is still sort of reeling from the quickness at which this is all unfolded around him he barely even has time to try and put up a defense. You catch him off guard, and especially with the Misty Step, and put him on the ground too. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it looking cool, I guess.
But, well, of course.
I thought for a half second you were making like cat noises, like nya, nya.
Yeah, Karash just meows.
Yes. It is the female elf's turn. She's somehow nestled a 5 in between Karash and Lena.
What?
She likes to nestle.
Nestle. She advances forward, and she seems a bit upset. She
Probably
says,
should be.
"They always have to go and make things complicated, don't they?" And
Hey, Avril Lavigne.
she extends a finger, and you watch as this bright streak of reddish light shoots out from her finger in the direction of the front of the house. Because we don't have actual positions for this, I'm going to have to think about this for a second, but I know that Grail, Tessian, Rollins,
Ooh.
and Isaac, because you're at the edge of the roof, all
Yep.
need to make dexterity saving throws.
I'm at the front.
I'm also on the roof,
I'm
though.
at the
Do I have to
front.
do
Are you
anything?
at the front, though? Because he's at the front when he moved up.
I was planning on moving to the front when I got to my turn,
But it's
but
not
I
your
think
turn
I'm
yet,
still,
so I don't think you're
yeah.
there,
Yeah.
to be fair.
And
Okay.
cover or no cover it doesn't matter.
This doesn't,
for
because
this, right?
it hits a radius, essentially.
Can I use my uncanny dodge for this?
You should be able to, yes.
Okay.
So everybody make a dexterity saving throw. Rollins needs to as well.
16.
Got 22.
16 as well.
16, 22, 16. So that is going to be half damage on this for all 3 of you. Rollins failed his save.
Oh, no.
Oh,
That's
God.
not good.
He rolled a 12, but he doesn't have any addition to it. And a 12 is not going to beat her DC. So that does. Sorry, I thought I had my thing pulled up here.
Jeez, Chris.
There you are.
Yeah, where's disintegrate?
That does
God.
27 points of fire damage to Rollins.
Great.
13 to
Yeah.
each of the 3 of you. Fireball, by the way, specifically does spread around corners, so yeah, it just engulfs the whole area that it encompasses.
Oh, I thought it was a laser beam. Okay.
No,
Fireball.
it
Got
it spreads out like that, but when it hit, it explodes into
Oh.
flames.
So-
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that's what we're gonna.
It's like
So,
the eye person from Avatar.
Yeah, combustion man.
Kind of, yeah. More flames
does-
bursting out than concussive force, but similar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
can I uncanny dodge that further and have what I was dealt?
If I'm not mistaken, if you uncanny dodge on a successful throw, you take 0 damage, right? On a successful saving throw.
All it says is starting at 5th level when an attacker you can see hits you, you can use a reaction to have the attack's damage.
Oh, that's
against you.
evasion. I'm thinking of.
Evasion, yeah.
Yeah.
They're 2 different things.
I don't have evasion yet. It's 7th
So I don't
level.
think you can uncanny dodge this, but let me double check. No, this is not an attack, so you cannot. But keep that in mind for down the road.
Okay, so it's
This
13. you
is
say?
so basically anytime anybody physical is attacking you, whether it's ranged or up close, you can use uncanny dodge in those spots. But for spells, you will have a thing coming at 7th level that'll help you deal with these spots.
Can we be 7th level now?
No. So 13 damage to the 3 of you then. Rollins, gripping his shotgun on the patio, is engulfed in flames, as is the house.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
So the front of the house also catches fire now. Rollins slumps over in the rocking chair. He appears to be unconscious. The three of you all manage to sidestep the worst of the blast, but it still hurts quite a bit.
And I'm on a burning house now.
And
Well, it's not probably, like, up in flames
Cool.
quite yet.
you
but
look out at the woman now after she's completed the spell, and she says, "They fought back. What were we supposed to do? The house was supposed to stay intact, but what can I do when pushed against a corner like this?" That's her turn.
Oh, God, she's losing it.
Lena,
Oh God. You
are up now.
Oh.
you can see the flames starting to lick at the house at the front as you look forward out in the front of the house.
Turn into a Squirtle. Put the fire out.
Squirtle squirt.
I was
Is it-
wondering if I could use my tidal wave on the house.
Turn into a Pikachu. Use like a little tiny watering can against the fire.
Oh, yeah. Can you do that?
Use my tidal wave against the house? I'm kind of thinking about it, but I really want to do
Just
something
wipe
about the.
I picked it for you.
Can't
It's
set the
on
house
fire
on fire
now, but
if there's
it's
no
also-
house.
Exactly.
You see Millicent like, "What?" Carried off.
Okay, how close is the elf lady?
She's still, let's see, she moved up. She's still like 120 feet away. Fireball's range is 150 feet, so she didn't need to be super close.
Oh man, I wanted to use entangle on her because I don't like her, but I can't do that because it's 90 feet, and I'm on a roof. So,
She is on a roof. That's true.
The roof is on fire.
They don't
but
really care.
tidal wave is 120 feet range, so I kind of just want to use it on her and wreck her day a little bit.
Fighting fire with water.
Are both of them in range for tidal wave?
Yeah.
Or I don't know how
The
spread
gnome
is on
and
that.
oh god, yes, I think so, right?
In theory, if you want to move up to the edge of the house, you could use tidal waves such that it would maybe splash some water on the house and then go outwards from there.
Yes, let's do that. I'm gonna do that.
That's probably better anyway to not directly hit the house
Yeah.
with the time.
Yeah.
Smash that. Yeah. Let's do that. So I'm gonna conjure up this giant like circular wave of water I'm gonna like center it to where some of it hits the house, like to kind of douse the flames, but then also really get the elf lady and the gnome.
So go ahead and cast the spell from your book. That should
Okay.
take care of the damage, and then it'll also tell me what saving throw they have to roll. Dexterity. I don't think it actually has the damage built in, though.
Oh, I don't think it does.
So you can just roll 48.
Oops. How do I do that again? How do I do the shortcut again?
/R and then 48.
Are there any like spaces or
Wait,
anything?
/R space.
Space.
48.
Yeah,
Space. See, I always get the space mixed up. I never know where that's supposed to go. Okay. 18.
I should point out now that I'm seeing the spell, because it messes with my memory of it, you can either hit the two of them or get water on the house.
Oh, I
but
can't
not
do both.
No. After the attack hits, the water then spreads out and extinguishes flames within 30 feet of where it hits.
Mm,
So you can pick which one you'd prefer.
This is
I kind of just want to punish them first.
it's a Lena leadership moment. So
Why do you have to say
I'm
things
sorry.
like that?
I'm totally fine with if you hit them. I'm just saying like this is like yeah, this is your choice. I think it's fine. I
know.
wasn't meaning to second guess what you were doing. No.
Okay, but I just don't like it when it's like leadership, and I'm
No,
like,
no,
I
no,
just
no.
want to hit people with some water.
I'm not like Mustafa in the clouds right now. I think you're doing fine.
Okay. Okay, I want to hit them first because I figure the house is not like totally in flames yet.
It's a
She
house,
could also
it'll be
just
fine.
flame it again. So we have to take care of the.
And
yeah,
what's
we
your,
kind of have to get rid of them.
what's your
first.
spell DC?
My spell DC? Oh, how do I look at that?
it should be in your spells
Oh,
section.
my spell save
Yeah,
DC?
at the top right, I think.
16.
16. The female elf rolls a natural 6 and fails.
Good.
So she takes the full 18 bludgeoning damage and is knocked prone from the force of this wave of water that hits her.
Excellent.
Great.
The gnome, surprisingly dexterous, rolled a natural 16. I won't tell you what the plus is, but it's enough to clear the spell save. And steals himself for the water, especially as it wanes because it's coming more off of the main girl. So he does take 9 points of damage, but he is not knocked over.
Nice. It's good.
But it does still hurt him a bit. It's just the sheer force of it. Even though he's able to withstand it, it does take a little bit out of him doing so. So that's a move, or at least most of a move, and an action. Anything else?
Hold on. I'm looking. Hold on. I need to remember. Oh, healing word is a bonus action. I kind of want to use it on Rollins, just
but you already cast a spell.
Oh. Even though it's a bonus?
That's correct.
This sucks.
You can
Okay.
do a cantrip and a
Fine,
regular
I
spell.
guess. I can't do that.
There are optional rules for that, and we might look at introducing those later, but not at these low levels.
Fine. Okay, that's all me.
Okay. We go back to the top for Tessian.
Okay, how far away is Crash?
Karash is about
60
feet.
This is like perfect. So Tessian kind of, all four of them pat some fire off on him, and then they just go sprinting out 30 feet so that I am 30 feet away from both Karash and from Isaac, and then I cast a twin haste on both because it has a range of 30 feet.
Sweet.
Okay.
That is my
So
last.
haste. What was the first part? Just the fire goes out. Did I miss
No,
that?
I'm just patting myself out.
Oh, your pay. Okay.
It's flavor.
It's flavor.
I like
It's
it.
flavor.
I like it.
Yeah. So you move forward a
Okay.
bit, cast haste.
Yes. It's oof, all my sorcery points for the day.
Oh
Womp,
no.
womp. And my third level spell. I'm going big, everybody.
Go big or go home.
So yeah, for the next minute, you guys have got +2 to AC, advantage on dexterity saving throws, and the additional action every turn. So
It's pretty good.
go ham. Use your
Is
guns.
that it?
That's it.
Okay.
Go Gadget Blastoise.
It is Le Gnome's turn. He is
No.
a little bit damp.
He takes the time to prestidigitate the water off of him.
Yes. He's very concerned about his outward appearance. But no, he does not do that. Could you stop loading, please, so I can actually see the thing? That would be terrific. There we go. So, the gnome, undeterred by the events of the last 6 seconds, as it were, that's kind of funny. He is going to move up just about 10 feet. And then he's going to look at you, Karash, and shoot this pepper box at you.
Oh no. Bring it.
He's ready. A natural 3. That, however, is a 21 to hit. And that is a,
One more time.
a 20 to hit, not natural.
I have an armor class of 20 right now.
There you go. Yeah, because of haste. Okay, so one attack hits. You take 15 points of piercing damage.
Oh boy.
And then he's going to use an action surge and fire 3 more shots. It's a 27 to hit, a 27 to hit, and a natural 2. So not that one, but 2 nat 18s
Changed.
in there.
Quickly into Swiss cheese here.
You take... rolled low on the first one. 11 points of piercing damage. And then 17 points of piercing damage.
Oh!
What are you at? You down?
Hold on.
He'll spend his bonus action to reload. And I believe that will do it for him. Yes. How you doing, Karash?
Feeling good.
You wanted to be the tank,
Feeling
right?
Good. I
Tank
want to
away.
be a tank against an enemy I could actually tank.
Yeah. Hey, the added AC probably kept you alive right there if that other bullet had hit.
Good.
So that is his turn, and that brings us to Grail.
How far away am I from Chica?
Let's see. You had moved up a bit last turn. Still probably like... You only moved up like 20 feet, I think you said, so you're still like 100 feet away.
I am going to... God, this is fun. I'm going to try... Let's see. This is tough. I think I'm going to use my dash to go towards... Well, not like... So, kind of circumvent her, but like... So I'm not going straight at her, but I want to go like kind of around. So I'm coming at her from the side.
Okay.
So at 60 feet, whatever that might look like. And then I'm going to shoot at her with my short bow, because that's all I got.
Okay. Roll the attack.
23 to hit.
That hits.
9 piercing.
Okay. You move forward with deft speed, and actually, I'll let you reevaluate this if you have to, but since Tidal Wave knocked her prone, you'd be rolling this attack at disadvantage if you wish to use your short bow in such a manner.
Oh.
That's the downside of prone.
Oh, okay. So should I just go ahead and re-roll then?
Yeah, you have to roll. If you want to stick with this attack as the plan, because I should have warned you about this beforehand, but if you want to attack her, you have to roll a second time and see if it still hits.
I will
Otherwise you
do
get
that.
Romy.
The nice thing is you already know half of the roll's good, so it's still kind of beneficial to you.
Yeah, I'll do it. We'll see. 13.
13 does not hit.
Okay.
So a crossbow bolt, especially with her lying on the ground, still knocked over from the tidal wave, flies just over top of her.
Just a
But
bit
she's
outside.
been warned.
Again.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, it's almost like it doesn't matter.
Is that it?
Yep, I've used all my movement. Yep.
Okay.